So the fight between Dmitry Bivol and Canelo is this evening. And I personally think Dmitry Bivol has a realistic chance of not only beating Canelo Alvarez, but dominating him. My only concern for this fight is not just the judging, because we've seen this happen before with the Canelo versus Lara, and especially in the Canelo versus Triple G in the first fight, whereas though Canelo got favorable judging and whatnot for one of the judges, or two of the judges, however. But my main concern is the sanctioning bodies being pretty much in bed with the government politics. Because you know the Klitschko brothers out of the Ukraine were speaking up against Russian boxers, especially against Dmitry Bivol. And I noticed a lot of these Russian boxers were removed from the rankings and stuff. And Dmitry Bivol was like the only exception, not removed from the ranking, not stripped of his belt. But it just seemed like they're in bed with government politics, and I gotta, and I'm afraid that this stuff is going to interfere with the actual, what's going on in the fight. And it's going to put Dmitry Bivol in a lose-lose situation to the point that he might just have to knock out Canelo in order to get a win. Now, this is no shade on Canelo. I think Canelo's a good fighter. I'm not a fan of Canelo, by the way, but I still give him his props and stuff like that. He is a very good fighter. But I just think it's just too much interference when it goes along with this fight in particular. I'm hoping to see a very good fight. Oh yeah, and another concern I have as well is the comparison between Bivol and Sergey Kovalev. They made the comparison basically saying, because they both got good jabs. But watching that Canelo and Sergey Kovalev fight, I could see how a lot of people thought Kovalev threw the fight. Because that fight alone, Sergey Kovalev looks like he was just throwing pity-pat punches, especially on a jab. And the one thing we do know is that Kovalev has a great jab, and he has a snappy jab. But in that fight in particular, it just looked like he was just, I'm just going to tap him here and there and pretty much let Canelo walk him down and stuff. I didn't have Kovalev up in that fight prior to the knockout. I thought the fight was pretty even before he got knocked out, but it just looked like Kovalev wasn't committed to really throwing any, punches with conviction. That's just my opinion. I think at the time when Kovalev took the fight against Canelo, well, actually, I know, he was basically just going through a life and death situation with Anthony Yarde. And Kovalev, out of his own mouth after the fight, basically said he really had no time to prepare. So I know a lot of people going to say, well, why'd you take the fight? Well, why wouldn't you take the fight if you're getting offered a lot of money from the cash cow? Of course you're going to take the fight. Now, if you had the back, especially, when you in your mid to late 30s at the time, and, you got to take it. And plus, at the same time, I think Kovalev was going through a court case with his ex-wife or girlfriend or something, some domestic violence case or something. But, of course he's going to take that fight. There's money. I mean, you at the end of your career, you got to take that fight. Now, if you some young dude and you be like, yo, man, that's, I need a full camp to train and prepare for. I need time to heal from my last fight. Then you might have a little bit more of leverage. But in Kovalev's case, nah. Again, I think if Bivol fights his fight, he will dominate Canelo. If he starts doing some fucking pity-pat punches, man, I might have some real concerns with this shit. But other than that, man, I hope it will be a great fight. The best man will win. That's all I got to say. Peace.